Hello, everybody. Welcome to our Community Connect. Happy Monday. Hope everyone had a great weekend. I am not Nicole Bowlus. Okay, she's supposed to be sharing tonight. I'm Victoria, one of her awesome friends, but unfortunately, Nicole is super, super under the weather. So she was unable to hop on. So here we are pivoting, right? Pivot, pivot, pivot. We do what we need to do. We're an awesome community. We uplift each other. So I did not have anything super planned because I was about 4 hours ago, I decided we were doing this. So just bear with me, okay? I hope that you will find this valuable and inspirational, but I am going to ask questions. I am going to want to see comments in the chat, okay? I very much appreciate, like, I'm words of affirmation girl. So I love to just engage, okay? So just giving you a little heads up on that. But welcome again, you guys. A lot of our leaders are in Hawaii. I know Megan, Cheryl, Brittany, Amber, right? So many exciting things. So make sure, first and foremost, that you are watching their stories, watching their posts. Let it be inspiring. I know Brittany has been sending us so many cool things and telling us about keynote speakers and that she's doing this and that. And
Can you
so
turn this down just a little bit so I can listen? And
it is always very inspiring to watch that and then, right, envision yourself there if that is a goal of yours. And I was able to go on Emerald Extravaganza 2 years ago. Such an incredible opportunity to be able to take my husband to Hawaii. Like, Plexus truly is just so amazing. So just a little plant the seed for Emerald Extravaganza and Diamond Destination. Okay. All right. So tonight I was like, what do I want to talk about? Sometimes I struggle so much and I'm an overthinker, but I was reading a devotional the other day. And I will just be completely transparent in sharing that last week I was tired. Like, I was feeling really, really tired physically, mentally, as a mom, in my business. And I just could tell I was operating on like very low frequency. Okay. And just really focusing on like not the good things, right? My mindset was just in the gutter last week. And that's going to happen. Like, we'll just be our minds, our brains, that will happen. You're not going to be hunky dory, happy, positive, optimistic all the time. So I've learned to let myself feel the feelings, but not dwell on them and not sit there too long. Okay. And so, anyway, I was reading a devotional amongst also talking with my sideline, Shannon, and my upline, Brittany. But a devotional I read really hit me. And it was talking about, actually, it wasn't a devotional, it was a different book I was reading. Anyway, it was a book. Um, and it was talking about, they gave a scenario of people who run cross country. Okay. And the coach said, when you're feeling like you want to give up, when you're feeling like you can't push any further, and if we have any runners in here, give me a 1 in the comments. I love to run. But when you're feeling like you can't go any further, the coach said, turn your focus upward and outward. Okay. Lift your head up and look upward and look outward to your team. Who can you cheer on? Who can you encourage? And that will fuel you to keep going. And I was like, wow, that is so good. Like, I have been so focused on myself this week and, victim mindset, again, just being transparent, that I was like, I have got to turn my focus upward to the Lord, if you're a believer, and outward to my people. So that's really what I want to talk to you guys about tonight, because it just hit home with me. And I think that that's, whether you're in a sweet spot in your business or maybe, you're in a valley, I feel like this can be used, at any point. So, the true heart of our business is really serving others, right? Okay. Put a 1 in the comments if you agree. It's really about serving others. And I'm going to try and look it up. Yes. We are here to serve others. Network marketing, you guys, isn't just about achieving personal goals. Although when I first started, that was my why. My why was to get my products paid for so that I could be consistent with my products. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Okay. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. But as you continue, right, it's not just about achieving our own personal goals, but about transforming lives. I know I would much rather get text messages all day long saying like, "Hey, I am noticing that I don't have any sugar cravings anymore. Hold on, I'm gonna be and I lost 5 pounds and I am not achy all the time. My plantar fasciitis went away." Like I would much rather receive text like that on the daily than, you know, earn the monthly incentive. Okay, because that to me is helping and serving others. All right. And when we focus on how we can uplift others, the rewards, like earning a cruise, which I see your background, Raquel, there looking good with the cruise ship. All right. But we can earn things like the cruise, the bonuses, the monthly incentives, right? That's going to naturally follow when we uplift others and when we put people first. Okay. So again, it's that outward and upward focus that we should always point towards our higher purpose and outward towards helping others. Okay. That's going to bring you sustainable success. And if you guys listened to Kristen Elliott a couple weeks ago, like I loved what she said, like stop chasing the dream, like live the dream. Okay. That's what we want. We want sustainable success. We don't want to always be chasing things every single month. That's going to exhaust you and burn you out. And I am telling you that from personal experience. Okay. All right. Has anybody ever felt burnout before? Yes. Okay. Whether, and not just this business, right? In life, another job you may have, all the things. Okay. Burnout is real and it's really important to acknowledge that. Okay. The second thing is that goals and rewards, as I mentioned, are a byproduct. So how do we kind of shift our mindset for ourselves and for our teams to, again, stop chasing those income, the monthly income incentives, the prizes, right? But to view them as an outcome of helping others and helping others with their health, but also helping others with financial success too. If you have somebody that is wanting to do the business or they have a monthly goal, financial goal that they want to reach, like you are still serving others and still helping them, okay? And that, again, those are byproducts, the incentives, the cruises, the trips, everything, those are byproducts of helping others. So, impact over income. Like that's what I keep telling myself. Income is so important. And it definitely, you don't want to not share about that. And you don't want to be concerned about that. You don't just want to be giving slim sticks away, right? Like all the time, because that is not what a CEO of a business would do. But you do want to keep people at the forefront. And you can do that by building relationships with people. And creating community, creating culture with in-person events, okay? And this is something that I wanted to touch on too. And my dog is eating a headband. This is where my ring goes. She's just gonna eat the headband. Okay, building relationships. So Alita mentioned on a call the other day how in-person events are really coming back into play, right? If you have been in this business long enough, I've been in this for 6 years, right? We had a lull there with COVID for a while where everything obviously was primarily online. We ran our businesses by doing messenger events, wellness events on Facebook, all the things, but really network marketing is seeing it kind of swing back to having in-person events be really, really valuable and really, really fruitful. And I personally love in-person events. I think that it is so good and it's such a, yes, it takes time out of your evening where you can't necessarily be with your family, but are you really with your family if you're on your phone? No. I would rather be in person with a group of people for 2 hours, give them my full undivided attention, be able to read their body language, ask questions. It's just such a fruitful thing. And so building those strong relationships will really help as well. So be thinking, what can I be doing to create that culture within my team, within my community? Our team does these monthly sourdough events. We've been doing them since April. Every single month, we choose a different sourdough theme. So this Thursday, we're doing apple sourdough for fall theme, but we also talk about plexus and gut health drinks and how they tie in together. And so that's just an idea for you on how you can serve others, but also serve your community. We personally open it up to potentials and current customers. Okay. So truly anybody can come. And again, it's just a great way to add value to both groups of people. All right. So the other thing that helping others does is it fuels resilience. Okay. When we're focused on lifting others up, we are able to better handle the setbacks, the challenges that come with this business, and they are going to happen. And if you haven't experienced setbacks and challenges yet, I promise you, you will. You 100% will. You will have ups, you will have downs, you will have lows, you will have valleys, you will have mountain peaks, you will have everything in between. And so helping others really, again, when that focus is upward and outward, that's going to help you. And again, last week, like when I read that, I just thought, yes, that is so true. And also, I just needed really time as well to unplug myself and recharge myself. Please, please make sure to have at least one day a week, optimally two, where you do not check messages, you do not, get on social media, and you just unplug. It is so necessary for us to recharge. All right. Okay, let's see. Okay, one of the things, the last thing I'll leave you with is maybe come up with some kind of mantra for yourself or your team that will continue to have you have that service mindset first. Okay. I always say to my team, like, love, serve, grow, which if you know Bob Heilig, that's his thing, but I really love that saying that you're going to love on people, you're going to serve them well, and we're going to grow ourselves, right? So that's something that I always say, but I also love the upward and outward, like turn your focus upward and outward. Or as Jim Rohn says, only by giving are you able to receive more than you already have. I love that too. So only by giving are you able to receive more than you already have. So I want you guys to think about, and I know this is kind of short and we can totally open this for conversation. I would love to hear just kind of where you guys are at and all the things, but I want you to be thinking about how can you serve others and keep that mindset at the forefront so that when, again, you hit those valleys or you hit those weeks where you were just feeling like I was, that you can, realign, and write it down, put it on, your work wall that you have or on your bathroom mirror, just as a reminder. And so that it always stays at the forefront of your mind. Okay. All right. I know that was kind of short, but again, I was plan B here tonight. I know Nicole is so bummed, but I'm excited to hear from her in the future. But does anybody want to share? We didn't do this at the beginning, and I wanted to. I guess you could either share wins that you had for the week and or maybe a struggle. Like I shared, I had a struggle last week. I would love to just hear anything. It's really up for, does anyone want to be brave and unmute? And thank you guys for being here. I love that we have 31 people on this call right now.
Victoria, first and foremost, thank you for your honesty and your transparency, because I was feeling the same way. There's that moment of burnout and discouragement, and you're like, I'm doing the things and you're not really sure. And so to know that I'm not the only one, that we all do go through those peaks and valleys in our businesses, but we are able to look upward and outward. Like that is so amazing. So thank you, thank you, thank you so much for sharing tonight. Like truly appreciate it.
Aw, thanks, Raquel. Absolutely. Yes, we all feel it. And so just got to be able to turn your focus on elsewhere and realign, right? Like I had to just, okay, what am I doing? I need to realign. And Shannon and I buddied up and we're like, here's what's going on. So
So I was gonna speak. I cannot figure out how to turn my camera off, but I turned my mic on, so
that's
bear
okay.
with me. Um, so I just wanted to say really quick. So I had a big win this week. I finally got my best friend on board, and she was my very first, like, please do this with me. And I have been like stressing, right? And I actually texted Alita this week and I was like, I'm feeling a little burnt out. Like, I don't know what I'm doing. Like, I feel like I'm not succeeding. And she's like, girl, plug, like, get out of your head, get out of your head,
Yeah.
keep plugging along. And randomly, my best friend of 23 years, mind you, she's the one who said, let's sign up and do this together. And she would not sign up. And last night she calls me at 9:30 at night and she goes, I'm sitting on the couch watching trash TV and I decided I'm finally going to sign up. Let's do it now. And then went on this like big package and all the things. And I was like, oh my gosh, Alita was right. Just keep plugging along. So I was sending all these text messages to like everybody because she was my big one. So I guess what I'm getting at is just keep plugging along. Don't doubt yourself. You are so capable, and turn your negativity into positivity. Like just keep plugging along because the payoff of that feeling is liberating.
I love that so much, Nicole. Thank you for sharing. That is so good and exciting. So congratulations on that. But like, yeah, it's so, you're right. And Alita's right. Like you just have to keep going because you never know. Like, and I always think of that visual, or if you guys have seen it, it's like somebody basically like a coal miner, right? He's like mining away, and the diamond is like on the other side, but he like stops and turns back, right? But it's like right on the other side. If he just would have kept going for a little bit longer, like the diamond was right there. So I think,
Right.
yeah, we oftentimes like throw in the towel too soon or get down on ourselves. And so you just never know. So thank you for sharing that. All right. Anybody else want to share a win from the week or any other thoughts? We've got to have more wins out there, I'm sure.
I wanted to just encourage you guys, it's the middle of the month, it's the first month of this contest. And this is the time where you kind of have to encourage your team and encourage yourself that you can do it. Like those goals that you set at the beginning of the month, go back to them, hype yourself up, encourage yourself, get a buddy like Victoria and Shannon did, and encourage each other. Because sometimes in the middle of the month, it's hard to see that finish line of how can I hit that goal, in the next 14 days or however many days are left. But it's truly digging deep, saying, I know I can do it, do something that encourages you. And again, like Victoria, like turn outward and encourage your team. This is where leaders need to be calling their teams or messaging them saying, I know you can do it. I know you can hit that goal, and ask the question. So it's the middle of the month. Let's finish this strong. We want everybody that's on this call to be on that cruise. And if we can all earn it this month, it would be incredible. Good news is if you don't earn it this month, guess what? You have October, November, and December. So, don't sweat it, but it would be super cool. So anyway, that's all I got.
I love it. Thank you, Lisa. That was so good. That was so encouraging. For sure. Anybody else?
Yes, can you hear me?
This? Yeah, go ahead.
A win by getting out of my comfort zone. So Raquel, my friend and mentor, she's always pushed me that go and meet people, go make friends, go make mommy. I have a little one, and I'm like, just go meet people, random people. It doesn't matter. It could be play day. So I met this girl last Sunday. We went to coffee day. Yesterday we had a mommy and me art day at one of her locations because has her business is teaching art to kids, art studio. And I was able to get so much leads. And from that leads, there's 3 of them that have been watching my stories. We've been talking DMs, just random things. One of them is a business owner. She makes pens for her kids because their kids want to earn stuff and she's doing it. And from that, I already have 4 people that I'm talking to, just being a human, like Raquel says. But I know that between them, they're gonna see what I do. They're gonna see that they need this, and I'm here ready for them. So for me, it's a win because I finally went out, and I'm continuing to do it. And I got those 4 ladies that I was talking to, just like normal friends. So I'm grateful for that.
Absolutely. Yes. Like I said, you cannot be in person. And it doesn't have to be, just like you said, it does not need to be a formal event, like meeting people, at the park or at a mommy and me thing, music class, whatever it may be, sitting at your kid's soccer game, anything. Like, yeah, I love that. Thank you for sharing that. Okay, you guys, anybody else before we wrap it up?
So I'll just share real quick.
Yeah.
Plexus put on a Boise, Idaho event last week, and I flew from New Jersey to Idaho for that event, and have just, one event, but I am originally from Idaho, so I have packed 10 days full of meeting for coffee, meeting for lunch, meeting for dinner, had a big event in Wendell, Idaho. But what I'm really discovering on this trip is, even though I've reached out and made asks, they're more interested sometimes in meeting in person or on the screen. So I'm just learning all kinds of new ways just by coming to this, putting myself out there, asking people that I don't even know if they would show up to an event, or if they would even be interested in meeting to hear my gut health testimony. So it's been a huge stretch for me, but tons of learning experiences. So tired, but excited.
A good tired, it sounds like.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah.
so yeah, you should be really proud of yourself. That's really great. Way to stretch yourself.
I
That's
love
great.
that so much. I'm just going to chime in real quickly. So talking about like doing in-person events and being burnt out, I think that we are so connected in this time in 2024 that like our phones are constantly dinging if we'd allow them to, constantly getting text messages and Facebook messages. And just I was telling Victoria, like, I just need to start leaving my phone in my office, like during times when I am not working or I am not answering messages. And just knowing that we can disconnect from that and there's a time and place to respond to messages, but it shouldn't be all day long, all hours of the day. And, finding ways, I love that page that you just found ways to meet with people in person. Like, that connection is so much more valuable than, a quick text message. So, finding the time to do that. And I will shout myself out on my 2 girls that are on this call right now. I met with them in person or on Zoom, Christy and Robin, and we, chatted about their team and some things that they could do and some in-person events, and just getting to see them face to face and be with them. Just like, that's the reason, one of the reasons why I love this so much. It's not, to answer 50 million text messages all day. It's to connect with each other and help one another grow and learn and, help people feel better. So I love all of this so much.
Thanks, Jan. All right, you guys. Again, I appreciate it so much. And yes, I love what Lisa said. It is the middle of the month. And so that might be also right. There's like that middle of the month lull usually, but it doesn't have to be that way. All right. So keep those conversations going, because end of the month is always fire, right? Straight fire. So like keep being in those conversations, keep, plugging away, following up, doing the things, staying positive, turning your focus upward and outward. and just inspiring people all around you. I know a lot of times it might not seem like we're inspiring people, but we are, okay? We definitely are. So I encourage you guys to go out this week, do the things, stay positive, and have an amazing one. Thank you guys for being on.